Hi, my name is Damien Raven, and today I am doing a little segment on the paintings in which I have done and are also being offered for the Aldaria Chronicles Fund. I wished to share my art with you, for one, and two, I figured people who are willing to donate would like to know what they're receiving. So, if you donate, say, $15, you'd be receiving the book, which I believe $15 is the price of the book on the website. So, you're basically paying the same price as you would for the book. And the next one up for donating would be, hold on, $20. For $20, you would receive the book and not just the book, you'd receive a small painting about a little under the 8x8. It's a 5x6. So this is one of them. It's a dinosaur walking past the mountains. So that's one of my small paintings. And this one is titled The Red Door. And it was actually inspired by the song Paint It Black. So I see a red door and I want to paint it black, and you can see it's going in red and black there. So that's the red door, and this is another one of the paintings you might receive. And I only have 3 small paintings, and this one is actually an 8x8 or an 8x10, I think. Is it an 8x10? Yeah, it's an 8x10. So it's about the size of a paper. And this one is called Summer Longing and is actually an abstract I did. My interpretation of this one, considering I'm the one who did it, is that this is actually the sun. This is like a flower. This is light in the sky. And this is a field. So, but this is an abstract I did with finger paint. The other 2 are acrylics. And so that's that. Now, the next level up for donating, I believe was it 25? Yes, it was 25, and it's, oh no, wait. The 20 is the 2 books. The 25 is those. The 20 is this and the, A Time in Star Shadow. I'm sorry. I actually ordered the A Time in Star Shadow. I've ordered 19 books, so I actually have 5 extra, in which I am selling for $5 each, which is a special because on the website it is $8. So 8. And I'm selling it for 5. So, yeah, so that, and then this is the 25. You get 2 books and a painting for 25. So, here we go. And after the 25 was 35. You get 2 books and a medium painting, and I only have 2 medium paintings available. And they're both trees. They're actually, what I had done is I decided to paint a tree in acrylic and then in oil. So these are 2 different mediums. So this one is the acrylic tree. And you can see that. It's darker and not as natural looking, but it's really nice. I'm very good with acrylics, I guess. I'm used to acrylics. I shouldn't say very good. I'm used to acrylics. I've actually realized how much I liked oil though, because it blends better. So this is the oil painting. And you see how it blends a lot better. The sky isn't blue, but the paint blends really well. And so this is my oil tree. And then The highest donation is $50, and you get both books, the Aldaria Chronicles Hope for an Era, and A Time and Stars Shadow, which is my poetry book. And you get a large 16 by 20, I believe that's what these are, 16 by 20 painting. This one is a centaur warrior, and I just finished this last night. So this is a brand new painting I've done. So this is the centaur warrior. And so there's this one, and it's a 16 by 20. You can see it's huge because it like can't fit on the screen like that. Then my other one is called The Wise One. I haven't named the Centaur Warrior yet. This is also, these two are acrylics as well. This is called The Wise One, and it's a wizard. And I did both of these in a fantasy theme because the Aldaria Chronicles novel is a fantasy novel. And so I'm going to go ahead and once again talk about the novel and what it's about. It starts with a prologue from the dragon Moonlash, who is Anaya, the main character's mother. Moonlash is passive. She's a very passive character. She does not want to be involved in the affairs of men. She does not like to fight. She's basically she's a pacifist. When it came to troubles on Earth, rather than fighting and trying to convince men to change their ways, she left Earth, along with many other dragons, and went back to her home planet, Landor. So, I mean, the novel basically is based that, say, you know, aliens were the gods of men. So, and these aliens were dragons and gods, like Athena. And that their home planet actually is Landor, which is a land of magic and mystic, which is why the legends, and like the legends speak of magic, the gods using magic, but they've left. They've abandoned humans, and they've went home to Landor. But because they did live on Earth, humans now live in Landor as well. And Landor had portals to Earth. They had like dimension portals. That's how they traveled rather than spaceships, because Landor is really far from Earth, so they used a dimension portal. Anyway, the story is that she's a pacifist. She wants to have nothing to do with the war. She merely records. She's a recorder. It doesn't really talk about that in this novel. It really goes into the story of her child. It starts with the fight for Anaya's life, where, and I'm not going to give too much, but there is a fight for her life. There's dragons' eggs and nests are being raided, and Moonlash has to do something about Anaya. She has to hide her child. And so Anaya goes and lives with the elves, and she grows up, and she decides she's too old. So from that point on, that's when the story really starts, is when Anaya leaves where she was raised. And at that point, she has to make a decision. Does she can help the resistance, or does she not? And you know, she's a dragon, so you're gonna guess what she's gonna choose, because here's the Emperor destroying all the dragons. She feels she has no choice. Unlike her mother, she's not a pacifist. She's not gonna stand by and watch as Landor is destroyed. And then the conflict here, though, becomes Erewhon and her attachment to this mystical demon-like creature and what to do with him. Because, you see, the novel makes him seem like he's that he's the problem, but she keeps hearing other people saying he's not the problem. So what does she do? And it's really just about how the dragon hunters are not the good guys. The dragon hunters are destroying the planet by destroying dragons. And it's the typical dragon hunter versus dragon, except there's that twist that the dragons are actually the good guys. The dragons are the side of the right, so to speak. So, but then there's also, is the evil really evil? Or are there good people who are forced to fight for evil? And so there's that. And I wrote the novel. I started on it, like I said, when I was 19, and I called it The Chronicles of Levion. And the story was a little different because I used the Elf Queen as the main, person. But I decided that using a full-grown elf just wouldn't really, it didn't connect for me. I was 19, I was a teenager at the time, and it just didn't connect to me. And then I thought, well, it might not connect for other people then too. So I decided that a wormling, and a wormling is a baby dragon, who is just getting from wormling to adult, teenager, would connect more. So you see her, she's like a 16-year-old girl. And dragons, they age, they live a long time. She's really like about 160, but she's like a 16-year-old girl, 16, 17-year-old. And this is her first time out in the world. So, and that's the story of it. And now that I'm rambling, I probably should go ahead and get going. And I thought I'd share this with you, and that's what I've got. And when I get the A Time in Star Shadows, I will record a video and show the book, and do the same when I get in the copies of the Aldaria Chronicles. So that's all, and see you next time.